in the second episode of the second season. I don't know which episode it is. I just know where it was in the order of things. And I was I just turned 7, I think. And we were rehearsing. And it was a scene where, you know, Andy and Barney, Don were there, Otis was there. They were putting Otis in jail or something. And like Opie tended to do, I was supposed to come rushing in with my lunch pail and my lunch box and my bag of books and say, "Hey, Pa," and something, right? And I don't remember quite what the line was, but whatever it was, I stopped when I did it. And I kind of hesitated, and I said to the director, Bob Sweeney, who'd also been a great television actor, I said, "I don't think a kid would say it that way." And Bob said, "Well, how would a kid say it, Ronnie?" And I pitched my new take on the line. And they all kind of looked at each other, and then Bob said, "Well, that's good. Say it that way. Okay, let's do the scene." And I just froze. And I remember it like it was yesterday. And Andy looked at me, and you know, I must have been smiling because he said, "What are you grinning at, young'un?" He actually called me young'un even when the cameras weren't rolling. And I said, "Well, that's the first suggestion of mine that you've taken." And he said, "Well, it was the first one that was any damn good. Now let's rehearse the scene." And then finally I did a television movie for Bette Davis, not for her, but with Bette Davis, that she was going to star in for NBC. And she was very tough on me. She did not like the idea of this sitcom guy directing this movie. She liked the part. She wanted the job. She was 75, I think, at the time, 74. And I also had this idea. It was about a paraplegic girl who learns to fly. And I really wanted to cast a real girl who had never acted, but she was a paraplegic. And I auditioned her and realized that she could really do it. And I thought there was an authenticity in that was going to be significant. She didn't agree with that at all, wanted an experienced actress. So I kept having these kind of awkward conversations with her. And it would always end with her saying, "Well, I disagree, Mr. Howard, but but you're the director." And finally, at one point, I said at the end of one of these conversations, we hadn't met in person. I said, "Miss Davis, please just call me Ron." And she said, "I will call you Mr. Howard until I decide whether I like you or not," and hung up. Later in the day, we're staging now a dialogue scene. And there's an awkward little moment where she has some business and she's supposed to set something down and move over and exit and at the door. And she was I think she'd chosen the wrong line to make her exit on. It didn't play very well. And I said, "Miss Davis, could we just try that again in this rehearsal? But I would say you should go a moment earlier so you can stop again at the door for that last line. And then you don't have that long walk out and blah, blah." And she said, "Oh, I disagree. But I'll try it. You know me, I'm the director's kid." And ha, 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 I'm all day with a ha, ha, ha. But she did it. She did it. And the minute she pivoted at the door, she said, "You're absolutely right. Thank you for that. Let's roll." And we did it. We did it that way. Fine. Now it's a wrap. And I said, "Well, Miss Davis, great first day. I'll see you tomorrow." And it's true. She said, "Okay, Ron, see you in the morning." And she patted me on my ass. So that was a big day. Thank you. You've been great. Thank you.
Thank you, folks. Look at all those people.
And enjoy the rest of the Bryan series. I wish I could get here for each and every one. It's going to be a great season.